Hi guys, how are you doing? So a few months ago we posted a video about giving feedback. So today I'm gonna talk about receiving feedback because it is as important. If you wanna develop as a writer, it's important that you actually can receive the feedback properly. So in this video I'm gonna talk about receiving feedback. Intro, go! Hi guys, my name is Maria and welcome to another character. So if you have been here before, welcome back. If you have never been here, welcome. So on this channel we're talking about screenwriting and storytelling, film and television. So if you're into that, please consider subscribing and don't forget to hit that little notification button so you don't miss any of our future videos. Okay, so receive feedback. It's not that easy. I mean, you have invested time and energy. It's like your baby. Everything is crystal clear to you and now someone's gonna read it and give you feedback. First of all, I would like to say that I don't think people are necessarily out there to get to you. They're trying to help you to be able to write a better story. Secondly, I think there's people that are not as good at giving feedback because there's bad feedback and good feedback. But that's for another video and we were talking about that a few months ago and you can see it on the channel if you go to the channel. And it's important to not take it personally when you receive feedback because there's a difference between you as a person and your work. And I mean, I understand that you have put your soul into the work, but they're not there to comment on you. They're looking into the story. I personally know that if I'm in a bad place, I have a hard time to receive feedback. I mean, there has been time when I cried and I have gotten mad and I'm like, oh, they don't understand a thing. But I haven't really said that to people. I just like after I got the feedback and I had like a meltdown afterwards. Seriously, I have had those moments. And I think it's because I have a hard time in my life for a reason and then I'm gonna sit there and I'm having a bad day and then I'm gonna get my feedback and maybe it wasn't the way I wanted it to be and so what I have learned is that you need to like try to put you away from the project because otherwise you're gonna drown. And what I have learned, that is one important thing you're gonna do when you receive feedback, and that is listen. Because if you cannot listen, how are you gonna be able to cooperate and grow as a writer? I know it's scary, and I mean, you will get used to it. And there are going to be people that don't understand your story. And they don't really like your story. And that's okay. Because it's about tastes. Not everyone can like every stories. I don't like all movies I watch. At the end of the day, it's your project. You do whatever you want to do with it. So when I get feedback, I try to listen. I sit back and I open my ears. And I try not to interrupt. Of course, if they have questions, of course I answer them. I take notes. I ask following up questions if they give me feedback and I don't really understand it. And one thing I have been doing recently is that at school we record all our classes and workshops. So then I can go back and listen to the feedback again. So then I don't have to take notes in the beginning and then I don't have to take notes right away. I mean, I could take some notes, but I can actually focus more on listening than taking notes. And then I can get the notes later when I'm looking for the videos over and over again, trying to understand their feedback. And when I have gotten the feedback, I let it sit for a while. I may take a few days away from it, and my brain always will work on it. And then I will eventually go back to it and then read through it again. And then I will start working on it. First, I work basically with the easy stuff, the things I agree on, and the ones I don't really want to change, and the feedback I don't really agree on, because you're probably not going to agree about everything that people tell you. So sometimes I leave those for a while. And one thing I have learned recently is that if you receive feedback and you don't really agree and you may not really like the idea, I think you should always try. I mean, if it's not nuts, I mean, it's good to actually try it out because you might surprise yourself. You might change it in a way and you start to like it. And because if you don't try, you're never really gonna know. You can always go back and change it back. So I think it's good to really try out the feedback you get. And maybe your project doesn't turn out to be the way you thought it would, but that doesn't mean it has to be bad. So my very, 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 very best tip is to listen. Because if you don't listen, what's the point of even getting feedback? And it's really helpful to get feedback. And if you get feedback that you feel like, oh my god, this is not the story I want to write. This is not the story I want to tell. Then don't. It's your story. You can do whatever you want to with it. And the feedback is just one person's opinion. Maybe another person would say something else. But, like I said, I think you should always try some stuff out. And I always ask several people for feedback. And I do it in different stages of the project. Some friends I have, they read all my drafts. And they follow the stages through the process all over. And then I have some friends that I may put in later, or I have some teacher that look over it, or I have another friend I meet along the way, and they look through my project that I have written for a few years back. So, I mean, it's always good to get feedback in different stages and from different people in order to be able to develop as a writer. That's what I got for now. My cat is doing something smooth. Tweety pie. Ooh, I don't know what's going on there. So what I was... Really? I'm trying to make a video here. Oh wow. So I was saying, this is what I got for now regarding receiving feedback. And I'm wondering, how are you receiving feedback? How do you work with feedback and receiving feedback? If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to do our 10 days writing challenge, please look here. And please consider subscribing. Take care, keep on writing. Have a nice day. Hej då!